the gentleman from Maryland, Mr. Raskin.
Gentleman's recognized for 3 minutes.
I thank the distinguished gentlelady from Wyoming, and thank you, Madam Speaker. Today, Donald
Dick
Trump
Cheney's daughter just yielded to
place on November 3rd.
Rascal.
No, Mr. Trump, I'm sorry. That's what we call an election in America, an election that was validated by more than 60 federal and state courts, including before 8 judges nominated to the bench by President Trump himself, and all the way up to the United States Supreme Court, all of them rejecting every claim of
All this is hearsay. It wouldn't be admitted in court, Mr. Rascal.
Fraud and corruption that was advanced. We know an insurrection when we see one in this body because we lived through one. Under the banner of this continuing and deranged big lie.
He's a trust fund baby. Just know that. Just know his father's big time in politics and all that stuff. He's 2nd generation, probably 3rd and 4th generation. He probably hooks back to the king and queen too, little rascal.
The Stop the Steal movement brought down a violent insurrection against this Congress and an attempted coup against Vice President Mike Pence.
A coup against Mike Pence?
The counting of electoral college votes for the first time in American history. They caused the worst attack on Congress since the War of 1812, and they injured and wounded more than 140
this
police
guy's
officers.
A balonier.
Capitol officers, Metropolitan.
He probably likes meat in his seat. Which is a good place because you can know where it's at. You can go get it out of the seat when you want to eat. You know what I mean.
Police department officers and others breaking their noses, breaking their necks, breaking their vertebrae, breaking their arms, breaking their legs, breaking their hearts and their spirits. We are investigating the attack.
Fix Maryland, you liar.
Because
our roads are ruined, sucker.
We are investigating the attack on Congress by domestic enemies of our country.
We are Washington, D.C., the Beltway. Take care of this state. We surround the whole Washington, D.C. To make Washington, D.C. work, it's got to have roads. It's got to have happy living areas. Not hair-dyed congressmen. Keep talking.
Institution, because we are sworn to do so by our oaths of office.
Seriously?
But now, the big lie has become a big cover-up. After being impeached twice by the House,
he hates Trump so much.
After seeing a
is that the lady from California next to him? It is. She must be next. Dick Cheney's daughter's going to yield to her too. Watch.
Followers like Steve Bannon not to testify here
and
not to turn over evidence that they have about this vicious assault on American democracy.
Yeah.
In America,
that the Capitol Hill police officers and the park police and everybody else in D.C. knew was going to happen. It was probably done on purpose. You're probably privy to the information. It was probably a setup for the American people so y'all could do another Patriot Act or something like that, sucker. So why don't you stop drilling on this crap and get to work for the people? Because the people don't want to talk about it. I know you got some people divided, but the smart ones know that it ain't the real big story.
When you are subpoenaed to testify in court or in Congress, you show up, period.
That's right.
You can invoke your Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination to
but you show up.
Questions if you think
but you show up, Steve Bannon.
You can claim executive privilege to specific
we don't even want to talk about it.
You're president of the United States.
That's right.
But you cannot blow off a
that is a wig he's wearing, in case y'all don't know, which I like wigs.
Sit on your couch and defy the people's representatives in Congress.
So he has his yarmulke on right now,
here,
which is good.
We must do it. If you act deliberately
like
with sneering,
that's right.
For the American people
that's
and their
right.
representatives, we will.
Man, you don't even walk through the streets of Maryland, sucker. You little Ivy League rat. Get out of my face, sucker.